All right, y'all. We're doing the types of Twitch chatter tier list. Some background. I'm a Melee streamer. I play a lot of Melee on stream. I've been doing it for about 3 years now, maybe 3 years and a quarter, a decent amount of time. And I have a lot of insight, I'd say, as to the different types of Twitch chatters and where I would place them in relation, how I'm feeling when I stream. When I see people, so they fall into these categories very often. You know what I mean? And people in my chat right now might be like, well, which one am I? I promise if you're here a lot, you're probably just a heavy viber, right? And we can start there. The heavy viber, they're there often. They vibe heavy. They're there often. They're chilling. All sorts of people. I'd say that the vast majority of people really exist as heavy vibers. You know what I mean? Lucky for us on this planet, I'd say most people are heavy vibers, at least in my Twitch experience. So a lot of people, the heavy viber is god tier, right? They come and go. They got all sorts of other. They kind of fit into other sorts of categories sometimes, but by and large, they're heavy vibers, and we're happy for the heavy vibers, the HVs. We love it. Okay, heavy vibers rock. Easiest tier to place. Next is the backseat gamer. So this is somebody and this can go two ways. It could be you'll be playing a game like a single player game. Maybe you're playing a little Ocarina of Time. Maybe you're pulling up and they're like, "Oh yeah, dude, no, you got to shoot the sun as it rises, and then you'll get the fire arrows. You'll get the fire arrows." And you're like, "Yeah, dude, I know." And that guy is like, he might be like, "Man, you know what I mean?" But there's another type of backseat gamer. There's another type. Okay, so I play Melee. Melee, Super Smash Brothers Melee is a competitive game. It's a hard game. I play a hard character. I play Falco, right? And sometimes people will come into my chat and they'll talk to me and they'll be telling me the most level one shit, like the most like, "Yo, did you know if you hold your light shield at the edge and a Martha's up being that it's called a Marth killer?" It's like, yes, I know the Marth killer. Like, do you not see like I'm playing the game. I'm moving pretty good. Like I know these things. I know these things. So that drives me crazy. It's almost disrespectful. That's how it feels sometimes. It's just like, really, you think I don't know this shit? And that backseat gamer is sometimes like they might not have bad intentions. They might just be trying to help. You know what I mean? And a lot of the time too, yes, Jay. Shoot, yeah, it's shit like shoot more lasers, right? It's fake advice. It's fake advice that, is not actually applicable. Like you're not going to just shoot more lasers and get better. And sometimes you don't know who to trust when it's a backseat gamer. Sometimes you'll have something you'll never seen before. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, you could do this." And misinformation in competitive games is a virus, bro. And sometimes like there's things where I just thought I knew them for like months, and then until I get corrected, and it's just because some guy said it and he was wrong. You know what I mean? So yeah, backseat gamer, fed to sharks. Honestly, the single player backseat gamer is a little annoying, but I think backseat gaming is like a mind virus, bro. Y'all got to get off. Don't be backseat gaming. I'm sure again most people are heavy vibers, so you guys are in the clear. I think you guys are backseat gaming, but don't be this guy. Don't be this guy. If you're like a really really good player, and the proper way to give advice is like to ask first, like, "Hey, do you want like I noticed something? Do you mind?" Like, I appreciate that. Like, and I noticed that the really good players that I would want advice, they usually ask anyways. They're like, "Hey, do you mind if I?" Because there's nothing like having just lost a game of Melee, especially like a competitive set, and then having someone be like, "Oh, bro, you just gotta roll a little less, bro." And even if they're right, it's just not the time. The whale. I think the whale is pretty god tier. Sometimes I don't know what these people do. I always wonder when someone is a whale and they like drop hundreds of dollars or like 50 subs at a time. I'm always like, what is this guy like killing people? What kind of oil companies are they lobbying for? Like, what is the whale? But they're god tier, man. They keep the lights on. They keep the stream going. They keep the streamer, happy. You ever be chilling? I've been chilling, having a bad stream, and then all someone's like, "Hey, bro, here's $300," and I'm like, "Wow, holy shit, thank you." You know, and the whale, as a streamer is amazing. It's amazing. But there's sometimes people like I've had whales where I'm like, I've had whales where I'm like, "Oh, this fucking guy." Just because they could be, but the whales kind of get a pass to be a little annoying. So we got to put the whale in god tier. The gamer, this guy's tight. This guy is not really here to socialize. He's here. He's focused on the game. He's always talking about the game. All the conversation goes into the game. He's not really especially trying to be your friend. He's really watching the gameplay, commenting on the gameplay, being a part of the gameplay. Sometimes he wants to play, The gamer is god tier as well. We love the gamer. The gamer is tight. I think Twitch.tv. I know it does. We're not gaming right now, but majority of the time, I think like when I think of Twitch, I think of gaming, right? Side by side. Of course, you got your all sorts of streamers. There's people doing art. There's people shaking ass. There's people, but the gamer to me will always come first. Like, you know what I mean? I'm here to serve the gamer primarily. The lurker is god tier too. The lurker is god tier because I'll look down in my chat and I'll be like, yo, I got like 15 viewers. And I'll be like, that's sick. And like, but nobody's talking. And it's because the people are watching. I'm the lurker all the time. I'm mostly the lurker, honestly, these days. There's certain chats where I talk in a lot, like Mango's chat, Bobby's chat when I was in. But a lot of time, I'm watching y'all. All my streaming homies, I'm watching y'all. I'm just chilling a lot of the time. I'll say hello and stuff, but I just be watching you guys play the game mostly. The lurker, super tippity top tier. Honestly, mostly god tier so far. This is what I'm saying. Like most people are chilling. A lot of y'all fit into these categories. A guy who subs but never says anything. This guy's god tier too. I have people that will just come by, drop their sub, and they don't talk until the next time they come drop their sub. Their sub message is often just an emote. You're just like, sub. Appreciate them. They're just like the lurkers too. They're just the unsub. We'll put the sub lurker above the unsub lurker, just one tiny tier. But ultimately, these two are very similar. This guy, I'm just aware of his existence. I sometimes like I don't even know the lurker. IRL homie. This is your friend who. So when I started streaming, I didn't even tell any of my IRL friends. I was like, I'm doing some nerdy shit. I'm gaming. I'm playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That's what I was doing. Or not when I first streaming, but I was playing Super Smash Ultimate, and then my plan was to play a little Melee and Ultimate. And I ended up switching to Melee. But yeah, I was like, I'm playing some Melee. I'm not gonna post on like my Instagram story or my this or that. And I just didn't for a while. Like I didn't make it known to anyone IRL that I was streaming. It's not because I was ashamed. I just didn't think they would be like into it. But then like 2 months after, and I like had made some money, very small amount, but some money streaming. I told my friend, and then he started coming around, and then all my boys started coming, and then it turns into, and the IRL homie is like, your boys above anybody. They'll take the piss out of you, bro. And then they're like making like super like in jokes that maybe not everyone gets. And a lot of my IRL homies have been really chill, but I've also had IRL homies that I wanted to feed to sharks. You guys know Dr. Smoke? Dr. Smoke's my homie. I love him. Like one of my best friends in the world. But when he's here, I'm like, bro, go away. Yeah, IRL homies are hit or miss. Usually good though. I'll put always a pleasure. It is always a pleasure though. I still see them. I'm still happy that they came by. Song request guy. Okay, so this is like I'll be like listening to tunes, and I'm clearly listening to tunes, and they're like, "Yo, you gotta listen to this song, man." And it's like, come on, bro. Like, if I wanted to listen to that song, I'd probably be listening to that song right now. And I appreciate it. They have good intentions. A lot of times they're just like, oh, maybe they like the same music, and they're like, oh shit, you should check this one out. And I appreciate that. And I always tell these people, I'm like, just DM it to me, bro. Just DM it to me, and I'll check it out. And you know what? When people do DM me music, and a lot of people do, because I've said this, I do check it out on my own time. I like doing that. But like when I'm streaming, I kind of want to be responsible for the vibe. You know what I mean? What songs I'm playing? Like, sometimes some thought goes into it. Sometimes it's just on a playlist. But ultimately, I gotta pilot my own ship. You know what I mean? And I'm just being Han Solo piloting my ship, playing what music I want to hear. And motherfucker comes along and tries to be Chewbacca. Like, have you ever heard of the Smashing Pumpkins? Yes, I've heard of the Smashing Pumpkins. So song request guy, like I appreciate it, but honestly, like get fed to sharks. Like I hate that shit. They'll slide me links too. Slide me a link. Like, bro, here's the link. I got you. I already got you the link. Just click on it. I'll be good to go. I'm always down for a sub. I'm always down for a sub for a song request, but then I had this one guy who he would sub, and every month he would keep subbing, but every month he'd be like, all right, can I get my song? Like it's not really like it's not like a 1-for-1 exchange. Like, I got tired of that real quick. So yeah, song request guy, low key fed to sharks. Just DM me music. I do like getting music in the DMs, checking on my own time. The troll. The troll isn't like there to troll the streamer. They're just constantly trolling. They're constantly trolling. Their whole existence is kind of troll. Again, it's not always directed at the streamer. They'll be trolling other people. in the chat too. And elsewhere on the internet, they're probably trolls. Fun fact about the troll is they usually have multiple Twitch accounts because they probably get banned a lot. So they got a lot of secondary accounts. If somebody's got alt accounts, a lot of alt accounts, even if you know someone in real life that has alt accounts, you gotta start looking at them sideways, man. Because these people crave anonymity. These people crave to be able to just walk around and say whatever the fuck they want and have no consequences. So you gotta watch the trolls in your life, okay? Because we don't know what they're up to. What are they up to? Well, you never know because they've got 19 different Twitch accounts, probably 20 emails, 30 Twitters. Watch out for the troll. So the troll is like, man, like you gotta be trolling all the time, like it's funny once in a while, a real good troll. I appreciate it. But the guy that's always trolling, like, come on. The day one, it's God tier. A1 since day one. I have a lot of people that are day ones, man. And even if they're not literally day ones, they become day ones along the way. And the day ones are like, that's who you do it for. That's who you do it for. Ultimately, you do it for the day ones. You do it for the people who subbed when you had 2 viewers. You're really just getting started the game. You're shit at the game. They were like, you know what? Fuck with this guy. I want to support this guy. And they've been doing it. Like, I have people that have been subbed for like 32 months, shit like that, 36 months, like 3 years straight, pretty much. So yeah, the day one, that's who I do it for still to this day. Honestly, if I didn't start streaming and say like, oh, I want to be a top 100 melee player, I'm gonna stop already. You know what I mean? But since I made that, like, oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm still gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it for the day ones. So I appreciate y'all. Shout out to the day ones. The hater is doing more harm to himself than he's doing to you, because nobody really likes a hater unless he's a gifted hater, but it's very, very rare that those come along. They just look silly. They give off a certain vibe. Now this isn't criticism. Criticism is whatever. You know what I mean? Sometimes there's some good criticism. You gotta take it. But the hater is like specifically there to prey on your downfall. Sometimes it takes a while to notice that someone's a hater, because you'll think it's just like a little criticism, but then you'll notice that all they ever offer is criticism. It's like, okay. Yeah, the hater is like, they're like, I don't know, they're kind of funny though, because you can get a lot of good content out of a hater. You can get a lot of funny, I've had a lot of beautiful, funny moments out of the hater. So it's hard to place the hater. I almost want to feed the hater to sharks, but I kind of believe in redemption for the hater. I'd rather just some straight up hate than a song request, if I'm being real. I'd rather someone hate on me than tell me how to play Falco. So I think I got to put the hater in. Man, the hater's valuable on some level. I think I've gotten more out of haters than I've gotten out of song request guy, you know? The hater is done. I've had some incredible hater memories. What was that guy the other day? He came by and he was like, not once, and he spelled once really annoying, like WAHNNNNNCE. He said not once, smiley face, and we were all like, what do you mean? What do you mean not once? Like, okay, word. I was like, what are you trying to say? He's like, you've never beat me in Melee. And I was like, oh, word? What's your tag? Let me search my Slippy. Like, I wasn't even mad. I was like, oh, word. I went to check my Slippy replays. He's not in there. And I'm like, oh, so that means we haven't played since before I got this computer. And he's like, yeah, I'm DMA. You've never beat me once. And I was like, oh, word. And I was like, do you want to play right now? And he was like, no. And I was like, oh, well, it sounds like we played a long time ago. I mean, I probably was just bad. Maybe you're right. Maybe I was pretty sure I've beaten this guy before, but I was like, maybe you're right. But I couldn't check. I didn't have the replays. I was like, let's play right now. He was like, oh, I don't know, bro. And then I checked his rank, and bro was like gold 1, and not gold 1 rank, where like if you look at somebody's gold 1 rank and they played like maybe 8 sets, it's like, okay, clearly this person could climb to fucking plat, diamond, master, grandmaster. If they only have a couple games played, you can't really tell, right? You could start to guess based off the ratio, but this guy had like 200 games played, 203 games lost. You know what I mean? Or sorry, 200 games won, like 203 games lost. Like the ratio was there where I was like I will shit on you. Like there's no way. There's no way. So I was like, let's play right now. And then bro back down. And he was a hater, but we all got a huge laugh out of it. And then bro, it went further, because then he realized he lost that battle and he looked silly. He looked mad silly for, not taking, he was want to talk shit, but he wouldn't play. I checked his rank. He looked mad silly. So then he tries to attack me elsewhere. He's like, oh yeah, well, you're a virgin, bro. And he expected, rip bozo pack watch, but I was like, bro, like my girlfriend like is behind this door, like sleeping. Like that's like, You can't. You have nothing over me, friend. Like there's nothing. There's nothing that you can say. And it was just so funny because he kept trying to grasp at something, and I shut him down again. So sometimes I appreciate the hater. Sometimes I appreciate the hater. Because I told him too. I was like, post your girlfriend right now. I took a page out of Slime's book. I said, post your girlfriend right now. He's just had nothing, man. He just kept hating and dug his hole deeper and deeper. So we appreciate the haters sometimes. Talks lots on girl in chat. This is really funny. This is a phenomenon. This is a really funny phenomenon. So I've been streaming a long time. I've seen this a lot. Sometimes people will be chilling, and then all of a sudden, like someone with a pink name or like bunny or like princess or something in their title, something in their title that indicates that maybe this is a lady in chat, and then all of a sudden the boys sometimes get really chatty and I'll notice it and I'm just like, I don't hate it because I don't give a shit. To me it's a net neutral. Because like, shoot your shot. Shoot your shot. You're trying to make Twitch Tinder. You do your thing, dude. You do your thing. I'll just notice it. I'll just notice sometimes a girl comes by and now all of a sudden everyone wants to talk, and that's kind of like real life too. That's kind of like real life too. So it adds up, but it's just a funny phenomenon I had to throw on the list. But I don't really feel any type of way about it. It's actually super funny when I notice it. I like those motherfuckers like low key flirting. I'm just like this guy. There's our list. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and rock and roll. Yeah, follow me on Twitch. You guys like the videos? I'm over there constantly. If you check Twitch, I'm probably live. Yeah, peace, y'all.